so I can, you know, get these up and so you people don't have to worry about where I'm going again. And you know, I don't want to be that guy that takes 2 years to do a platformer, 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 2 years to do a platformer. Because that'd just be silly, wouldn't it? It would.
I'm not laughing! Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Gex Enter the Gecko. Yes, I remembered what the intro I said was. Not Gex 2. Not Gex 64 Enter the Gecko. Not Gex 365 days over 2. 358 days over 2. Whatever. Long short, yes, hi, I'm Hunter. Okay, fine, I'll say my opening catchphrase. The one who was there, fair and a polar bear there. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. I might scrap the catchphrase thing. I'm still adamant about doing that. Or determined to not have that. Anyway, last time I was here, I said I was gonna be up the Saturday of that week. Oops. Yeah, I got lazy and didn't really record the commentary for this. Plus, I didn't have this part edited. But anyway, last time we did, Samurai Night Fever? I think that's what we did. Did we do that? I'm pretty sure that's what we did. Either way, yes, we did the second and last of the Kung Fu Theater levels, and in this part we're going to be doing Pain in the Asteroids, which is the second and last of the Rocket Channel levels. Hooray! And I did make sure to screen the previous time we did a Rocket Channel level to see what I talked about regarding Star Wars, and it was basically nothing.
Yeah, it's tail time.
But praise for, you know, praise for, Force Awakens, where it just came out the previous December. Top 10 anime things that age poorly.
Tell me again the difference between the future and Las Vegas.
Well, we don't know yet. I also, what? Yeah, so last time we did a space level, I talked about Star Wars. I talked about The Force Awakens. By which I mean I somewhat praised The Force Awakens and shunned anybody who thought otherwise. Since then, I have changed my stance on that movie, even though I haven't seen it recently.
Out of the way, Roseanne!
Non sequitur, hooray! Unrelated to anything I'm about to go on. But yeah, I haven't actually seen The Force Awakens since I first saw it, but I'm thinking back on it, and I mean, yeah, it does retread like A New Hope a lot, like a lot. Like a lot, but I still think it's fine. Now, yeah, we're gonna be talking about all the ones that I've seen recently, which is, you know, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and finally The Last Jedi. No, I did not see Solo, because as many people will probably agree with, it came out at a really stupid time. And by stupid time, I mean literally 6 months after The Last Jedi came out. What the hell were they thinking? So, yeah. We're not gonna talk about that one today. If ever. So, that's a thing. Also, my dogs are here, so if you hear weird noises, that's probably because it's them. No, I'm not kicking them out to record this part. I'm not a monster. You'll just have to deal with when they bark, and if they bark and I go
Tell me again the difference between
you already said this, guys. If I mute, or rather, if post-commentary Hunter shows up, you'll know why. Because these buggers started barking. I give him one a pet right now. And he loves it. And now he's wanting to give me okay, no, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let Gex take the reins of this one for a bit while I, shoot them out. This might actually be a bad idea.
Daddy wants air! Daddy wants air!
And then he lost the air. There he go. Bye-bye. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so last time I sort of went on a praising rant for the last... I keep saying Last Jedi, don't worry, we're gonna get to that one. For The Force Awakens, and I stated just now that it is, yeah, it's more or less just a retread. But an inoffensive retread as far as I'm concerned. I'm still holding that point to be true. Now, when I made that video, I said they simply just retreaded A New Hope as to give fans, you know, this is what you want, right? You want classic Star Wars. You want the original trilogy type of stuff, and everyone went, yes.
For a sign of any walk, I'm out of here.
Well, unfortunately, That was a topic I already discussed last time, and we're not doing it again. Because I don't want to. The frames is... Well, not the frames. The video is stuttering a bit. Let's hope that doesn't script my synchronousness on the recording. Otherwise, I'll be vastly upset. Headset, please stop doing that thing you're doing. Because it's annoying. Stop! It's the headset doing it. It's not anything to do with this, I think. I hope. Please? Please? Please, thank you. Okay. I'm losing track of what I'm talking about. Oh man, it's like the good old days. Yes, so... you know, everybody's like, hey, The Force Awakens is really good. I guess this is what they're gonna be doing, is old original trilogy stuff. And you know, and then Rogue One came out. Okay, let's talk about Rogue One. Out of all of the movies
Helium
of...
makes my voice doing it.
And that's nice. Of all... out of all of the stuff in the Disney-owned, franchise stuff, like, you know, you know what I'm talking about. Anything since Force Awakens. Out of all of the 3 films I've seen regarding them...
Meet Gecko.
I talked over that. I'm gonna repeat my point because I cut myself off intentionally in editing. Trust me, you won't know. Or you won't know, but I'll know. Anyway. Yes, so... Then Rogue One came out. Now, out of all the new stuff that they've released since Lucas was bought out by Disney, that is probably the best one. Simply because of, you know, the fact that it establishes something, but doesn't exactly write new canon that kind of deteriorates from, you know, stuff in the original trilogy. If you've seen the movie, or if you can take a guess as to what happens at the end, you'll know why. Although I think it's been some years since it's come out. But I still won't spoil it because I do actually appreciate that movie, although I might have spoiled it by implying. But I'm pretty good about that, by which I mean I'm terrible at doing that. Please forgive me. Before we get back onto that, let me talk about the game. This is one of the get to the end of the level kind of dealios, and I'm trying to process, through process of elimination, rather, thinking brain, exactly what to do here. And I figured it out. Just, okay. Good. Make sure I'm paying attention to the game on occasion? Yes. So yeah. I do very much like Rogue One. Now, the final film of the bunch is going to be an interesting topic, particularly because it's been quite controversial as of late, and that is The Last Jedi.
Oh, fill her up with unleaded, please.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to be most people talking to people when I talk about The Last Jedi because of how touchy a subject it is. Because, well, let's just say when I first saw the film, I enjoyed it. You know, I kind of blasphemed people who were like, why are they doing this to original trilogy concepts and characters? I'm like, this is new canon, they gotta move on and evolve. But at the same time, I'm thinking back on it, I'm wondering, they kind of really wrote themselves into a corner, did they? They kind of did. Let's hit these plot points in order, because yes, I'm gonna actually be spoiling this one, due to the fact that everybody's already talked about it, to an extensive degree. So, if you want to avoid Last Jedi spoilers, then...
Gotta eat. Beat me into an Ivy League sorority house.
Don't do that. Instead, you probably want to skip to a point in the video that I stopped talking about it, which I'm hopefully gonna remember to annotate, or... Annotate, that's cute. Annotations are dead! I'm hopefully going to remember to card in the top right corner there as to when you should jump, so you don't have to avoid me spoiling The Last Jedi in case you haven't seen it and still want to see it. Okay, we're good. Alright, there it is. There's the timestamp. Go to if you want to hear me talking about Last Jedi. You got 5 seconds. Still here? Okay, so let's talk about The Last Jedi. The first thing I'm gonna bring up, by the way, this is a pretty good time to talk about this because I'm gonna be dying here a lot, and no, I did not cut it out because you gotta suffer with me.
Out of the way,
yeah, The Last Jedi. Let's hit the points in order in which they irk me. The first one being, Snook. Snook? I forgot the dude's name. Snoke. It's Snoke. I remembered it. It was Snoke. Okay, let's talk about Snoke. Question. You build him up really highly to be the, you know, the sequel trilogy's antagonist in the first movie. And then in this one, you just kill him. Why? Why did you kill him? What reason was there to kill him? Did you run out of ideas as to what to do with him? Do I have to read Expanded Universe canon to figure out what he was all about? Because nothing was really explained on his backstory in The Last Jedi. Are we really going to have... And now, I'm not deteriorating against the possibility of how this character is evolving or changing or whatever, but are we really going to have Kylo Ren be the serious antagonist for the sequel trilogy? Because, I mean, like, the dude has an interesting angle, but I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work. Second, speaking of Kylo Ren and other characters that really got no screen time when they should have, oh my god, I forgot her name. I'm gonna have to do old classical style and look up what I was talking about. Let me listen to my keyboard. It's great.
I haven't seen blasts like this since Taco Night at James Earl Jones' house.
It's funny because yes. You know, I'm gonna... I swear, I know what I'm talking about. I'm looking at Captain Phasma. Not Jimmy Phasma. Jimmy fucking Christ. Yeah, Captain Phasma also killed off without any development as to who or what she could have been and was. So that's great. Second, nothing regarding Rey's parents. Or thirdly, nothing regarding Rey's parents. Not even a bit. Not even a slight inkling. Not even the hint of what Rey's parents who or were. I mean, they kind of like, you are nobody, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, that just sucks out all of the reason to just, you know... I mean, okay, listen. I know the prequels were kind of an overblown mess at times, but they knew how to make things bombastic, at least. You're kind of downplaying everything. Stop it! Play things up a little bit, come on now. I mean, for goodness sake, the twist in episode 5 was legendary.
Light speed to Endor.
Oh, you know, that reminds me. We'll get to that bit in a moment. Ooh, that was a spicy one. Okay, so, yeah, nothing about Rey's parents, which, I mean, okay, you want to make her, like, ordinary people can be heroes too, kind of thing. But then you just have her magically pull out force powers that nobody's ever seen, and it's like, okay, you trained for, like, an unseen amount of days with no actual training montage of any sort. At least, in the case of Luke suddenly having ridiculous force powers, they did a text scroll at the beginning of episode 6, like, he went back and trained. A lot. Like, a lot. So there's that, but suddenly, just, Rey has magical force powers because...
Damn, that's sweet.
No, actually, that isn't sweet. That's kind of annoying. So yeah. It kind of baffles me as to why she... You know, there's just a lot. I mean, there's one I actually really don't want to talk about because I don't know where to exactly stand on that, and that is the side plot with, Finn and, oh, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. That side plot that just kind of happens and kind of is. I mean, don't get me, like, from where I'm at, actually, I'll state a little bit. From where I stand, it isn't too bad, but it's like, they just kind of started and stopped in that movie. Like, just went 0 to 100 in that movie. Like, the whole thing was started and finished in that movie. It's like, you could have built it into the next movie, but you didn't. You kind of just had the end result happen at the end of this one, so it's like, why? Either way, I'm not scripting these are all just off the top of my head from what I can recall of the movie. So, that's a thing. Yeah, I know it's a little ranty, and some of it might be, not my actual final thoughts, but I'm just ranting, going off of what I'm thinking of right now. So, yeah, speaking of that other thing that the Gecko sequitur reminded me of, last point. They killed Admiral Akbar! Why? Why would you just kill him? It's like you just killed him for the sake of killing him. Hell, I didn't even know that was him until, like, after the movie.
Eat the dribbles. I just want the Quadro Criticale.
What you said? No, but I don't even recall them... No, actually, no, wait, they did mention that Admiral Akbar died, I think, in the movie. I think? I don't know. I don't think it's like a Batman versus Superman where it's like, wait. That was that character? Oh my god, what? Wait, why would you do that to this character kind of thing? Like, I don't even know if it was one of those scenarios, but it still just seemed to kind of overly needless to have Admiral Akbar cameo in this movie only to promptly then kill him off because, yes. So, yeah. There's my rant about The Last Jedi for you. Now, answer me this. Was that better or worse than what my original commentary for this video was, which was a rant about Sunshine, which started around this point right here? Because honestly, I think that was more relevant and topical than, you know, Mario Sunshine, which has nothing to do with anything at all. My phone vibrated. Why did it vibrate? It didn't vibrate, I'm just imagining that. I hate it when that happens. Hello, foe! How you doing? Yes, I enjoy your presence very much so. Okay. Also, another thing I've actually brought up in this, I'm done Last Jedi right now, is that I inquired as to whether or not this level in the N64 version used the same music, or it had this theme. And the answer was, I looked it up, and yes, it used the theme of the first Space Channel level. It didn't have this theme. This is a new theme for this level. That incorporates kind of more Star Wars things, and also meet the Jetsons theme, because yes. So, that's a thing. Anyway. I have no idea what the heckity heck is going on with Episode 9, but, man, they're gonna have a lot of cleanup because, oh yeah, you know what? No, you know what? No. Those are the main issues I have. Everything else is too far gone to talk about because I dropped talking about it for like at least a minute and a half. So, yeah, we won't go into any more discussion about that, but, I'm still iffy about what's going on with Episode 9, considering the initial reception of Last Jedi for me was pretty positive, but on further reflection, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I mean, a real big mess. Also, this section is fun. You want to know why it's fun? Because this section in particular, I repeated this in the original commentary, I gotta stop referencing the original commentary. Anyway, this section in the level is the part I remember most about Big Tip on a Bus's LP, because when he did this part, his emulator crashed, and he spent like a good 15 minutes on this mission alone. I gotta say, that stings. I feel that. I feel that. It was just like a big oof. Also, yes, these air canisters, they go... They suck you in. I don't know why they do. They just do. I guess leeway. It would make sense to just give a little bit of leeway to make sure you don't, you know, fall and miss the platform thing. Because that would be bad, wouldn't it? It would. It would very much so be. Anyway, yeah. I guess a final note to make is that, I guess at some point I should see Solo. How is Solo, for those who've seen it, by the way? I'm horribly dating this commentary like I did the last time. By which I mean, you know, like I did in the previous Space Channel's commentary. But, heck it. I don't care. It's what I do!
I knew Roswell would open up a casino.
Okay. Seriously, okay, there's two things to note. What is his fascination with Aaron Spelling and brooms, and also, like, space aliens and casinos? I don't understand the correlations at all. I mean, so far, from what I can tell, Gex's non sequiturs seem to follow this trend. 1. random celebrity or famous place. 2, something completely unrelated that makes 0 sense whatsoever but is supposed to be funny. Also, the platform didn't spawn. Like, it just didn't spawn. I had a bit of a fit here because, yeah, I don't know what triggered it to not spawn at all. Did I accidentally touch the platform when I was crawling around the side that I shouldn't have? Or did I just accidentally make it disappear out of existence by going around the area in a different way that didn't set the game to say, hey, you should make the platform appear. You're not doing it now because you're saving up on resources. So, I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's the latter because that actually makes a lot of sense. But also at the same time, what? Me and the jams. Yes, boy, outright.
Just won the Quadro Triticale.
Okay. So, what else there are space things that I could talk about? I could talk about Saving Universe, considering a big thing happened with that recently, but, kinda haven't seen the newer episodes yet. So that's kind of a moot point to really talk about it. Plus, I probably shouldn't be talking about it anyway, since, I haven't seen them. So, yeah, and also they just came out. So, that's also a thing. So, you know, that. I know nothing about it. Nothing at all. Zero zip zilch. Just nada. I guess regarding people telling me what's going on, I'm gonna... Well, Sarah, probably won't be reading the comments due to reasons.
Gecko wants Blue Velvet! Gecko wants Blue Velvet!
Hey, look who it is! It's post-commentary Hunter again. Yep, I spoke myself into a corner and I couldn't get out of it. And it's a long one. Really, really, really long one this time. Yeah, basically my paranoia just kicked in and I was talking about how paranoid I am about things. Particularly with Kingdom Hearts 3. But I'm pretty sure by the time that this goes up, I will be long past that paranoia. Hopefully, maybe. I also don't remember, because I recorded this 2 days ago, and I have the memory of a goldfish, as to whether or not I talked about what I want to do with the footage, but I think I repeat it anyway, but I'm going to repeat myself here before I repeat myself again, which I do. I don't know what to do with the footage. I'm debating about this part being, this LP being 20 parts long, with the version-exclusive levels each taken apart, because they're kind of chunky. Just a little bit. Just a teeny bit. But that all depends on how I edit the Titanic level. So I have no honest idea. So that's a thing. I'm still gonna record the commentary for the next part before I, just make the final decision, but the long and short of it is that I have to record commentary for something. Even that means going post-commentary, Hunter for the intro and outros of those parts. Anyway, back to the normal post-com. Yay. Holy shit, okay, let me just redo that entire thing.
This is from Mr. Sinatra.
I'm really good about putting myself into a commentary corner, aren't I?
It's tailtime.
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm really, really good about that. By which I mean I'm awful. Okay, so, as I stated, again, previously, again, I do want to query you guys as to what exactly I should do with the next bits of footage. Because, yeah, I don't have a stinking clue.
I don't think that's pure air.
I forgot to boost that one. I didn't pick up that one before. At least I think that was new. I don't know, whatever. I'll get to it. Man, this is a hell of a mess, isn't it? Okay, yeah. So,
Beam up.
I do have everything recorded.
You pipe and smoke it.
I do have everything recorded. I did it, yeah. I did manage to record the Titanic level. I said Titanic again, didn't I? Well, I said it the first time. I didn't actually repeat it during the post-commentary. I think at least I think I did. I won't know. I haven't recorded it yet. Such is the magic of recording. But yes. How much left is the video? 7 minutes. Do I go into a level? Yes, I do. Okay. At least I'm not that insane. But yeah. Actually, man, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't even know what I'm going to be talking about during that post-commentary bit. Looks like... I'm professional, you guys, I swear! So, yeah, where was I? yeah, so basically, Titanic level, the PlayStation exclusive level upstairs in the first area, and all the hidden tapes that are in this version of the game only. So, I don't know what to throw all those bits of footage together. Oh yeah, and also the final battle with Rez, that's the thing too. No idea where to put them. No idea what to put them all together and how to separate them. Because if I combine the Titanic level and the PlayStation exclusive extra level that is in the first area and is up in the higher section akin to this, then that part's gonna be really long and maybe even longer than the final part, and I kinda don't like doing that because I like the finale to be hopefully the longest part in the series. Typically I haven't been following that rule for a good while, but yes. But I do want to make that a thing if I can help it. Also, there is a few other things in the N64 version that I'll probably bring up when the time comes, but I'm not sure if I want to dedicate extra time in that video to doing it, simply because there is a lot, and by a lot I just mean a lot of really non-significant stuff that in the long run doesn't technically matter. But whatever. Them's the breaks. So anyway, before we proceed on to the end of the part, we have to do the next bonus level, the next to last, the second to last bonus level, which is bugged out, and it's a segue into the theme that I'm gonna encompass most of the next part. By which I mean half of next part. Because it's Rezopolis time again.
At least I'm not at the DMV.
Yeah. At least you're not at the DMV. Anyway, yeah. So, I guess that's all that I have to say about that regarding the next things upcoming, and now we can talk about the game.
Looks like we got us a fly in the spider's web.
We can talk about the game near the end of the part. Finally. So yeah, just to throw back a little bit, the Painting the Asteroids is not as bad of a level as, you know, I thought it was. It's not as, I don't think it's as good as the first Space Channel level, which is the Umpire Strikes Out.
What's that, Mr. Bug? Timmy's passed down a well?
He has a lot of non sequiturs in this area. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think both Space Channel. You know, I might have a final thoughts thing after the fact when they do the, you know, the proper credits of the game about what each level is like and how I think about them. Though I haven't seen most of those levels in a while, obviously. So yeah. But yeah, in other news, I'm hoping to record a lot of the commentary for these parts before, you know, the big day, the end of the month.
Terminator, phone call for a Mr. Terminator.
Because when that day comes along, I'm gonna be gone. Until I beat the game. So, yeah, that's a thing. That is indeed a thing. I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, by the way. Again. Yes, I'm just gonna leave it at that and I'll go no more into it. Not to proc anybody to do anything that would make me very, very angry. But, yeah. That's all there is to it. Now, originally in this video I said that this level isn't too bad, all you gotta do is spin the thing and, you know, hit the bugs. I'm not very good at this. I screw up a lot. And granted, I do it in the next run, which means I have to fill out commentary. Oh boy, I thought what I was gonna talk about was gonna last me until the end of the part, but no. It did not. It did not, it did not, it did not. So, here's the remote, but timeout. No remote for you! Why can't they just stop the time as soon as you get the last thing? I feel like that's just a teensy bit unfair. Granted, at least these aren't one-and-done bonus levels like in the first Gex game. When I eventually get to that, you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean.
The horror.
My words exactly. Yeah, the bonus levels in Gex 1 are kind of a nightmare. to do, and you need to do them, by the way. You need to do them in order to unlock the extra world. The one that when you beat and then you beat the game afterward, the game itself berates you and calls you a waste of space and time. Once again, not making that up. Seriously, the first Gex game is a real jerk when it wants to be. A real jerk that actually kind of digs into you a little bit too hard. Both times I got that ending, I still feel like shit. So, hooray for that! Hooray for that! Yay! I'm not even looking at the microphone half the time, I'm just looking at the video, which is probably gonna make the commentary kind of sound weird. A little bit like off-center. Don't worry, I'm still trying to figure out how to set up my microphone so I can, you know, see the screen, but also make sure that the audio is coming in right. A whole bunch of other stuff. It's still a little complicated. But I'll figure it out. You know, eventually. I don't know when, but eventually. Please look forward to hearing every mouse click I make. Because that's also a thing that happens. It's just a thing. You just gotta deal with it. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Exactly. The horror. But, yeah. I suppose that's all there is to say. How much time do we have left in the video? Oh boy, we got down to 3 minutes to go. Woo! Yeah, I don't know. I must have been really good at making up commentary. By which I mean, I was just literally talking about everything that was going on screen. Instead of talking about stuff as an aside, because I think honestly that might work better. And it probably does work better. But it's also going to date the video horribly. But it's also really hard to talk about the game when you have nothing to talk about the game. Don't worry, when I get to games I actually am looking forward to, hopefully that's going to change. Hopefully. Hopefully not the fact that, you know, the commentary will improve, but I mean, hopefully, as in, hopefully I'll get to the games that I want to, you know, do that have commentary that's probably not going to suck. I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah, so that's the thing. But, I guess there's one last thing before this video ends. Since I am already asking people about what you want me to do with the last bit of footage regarding the showcases of, you know, the Mazed and Confused, along with Gecko, and then the hidden tapes, and then the final boss, I should also ask, are you guys just memeing about wanting me to cover the Game Boy Color version, or do you actually literally want that? Like, do you actually want me to find a copy of the Game Boy Color game, put it into the GameCube player, and then play through the damn thing? Because, I mean, I'll do it, but only if this video gets 100 likes. No, I mean, I'll do it, but only if people actually really, really want it, and are not just memeing. Because I know people are saying that you want me to do the Game Boy Color version. I'm like, okay, but why? But why do you want me to do the Game Boy Color version? And to an extent, the Game Boy Color version of Gex 3 as well, because that one also got a Game Boy Color port. I don't know how badly I'm gonna dig myself a hole with this one, but yeah. I suppose if people want it, I'll do it. But only if people really want it. Like, really, 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 really want it. As in, every time you put a comment, put hashtag do the Game Boy Color version. I'm serious. Do it. I'll read them out eventually when I, you know, get back from the hell of, you know, hiding from the internet for about 2 weeks. But, you know, I might do it. Maybe. Then it comes to the matter of getting the copy of the game, but I guess, whatever, we'll find out the answer to that when it happens, I suppose. Anyway, with all that being said, next time on Let's Play Gex Enter the Gecko, we're going to be doing the first official Resopolis level, which is no weddings and a funeral, which is contradictory to the elements in the level itself. I seriously don't understand sometimes the naming schema of these levels. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. So until then, see you later and goodbye.